God says, "Come, my dove, let me hear your voice." That's his spirit within us. That's his love within us. That's the power for intercessors, by the way. Come, my dove, let me hear your voice. And when intercessors speak, he hears that voice and he answers. He answers. So today, let us ask our Blessed Mother to accompany us in this reflection. So, dear Blessed Mother, please take us into your Immaculate Heart so that we may receive a fresh outpouring of this gift of knowledge, so that we may know that we know that we know. Together with the Holy Spirit, guide us to fervently desire a spousal union with the Holy Trinity, with the Father, with Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Mother Mary, you are mediatrix of all graces, and we ask you today to please intercede for us that we, as Paul prayed, may grasp fully the breadth, the length, the height, the depth of this Trinitarian love and experience this love which truly surpasses all understanding, so that, as Paul says, we may attain to the fullness of God himself. Show us, dear Blessed Mother, the countless treasures that the Holy Spirit shares with you, so that we may know his promises and give our all to him. So imagine yourself now walking through a meadow, a lovely day just like today. You watch the green grass standing tall, colorful wildflowers shimmering in the rays of the sun. You look above, you see the beautiful blue sky. The wind is blowing gently upon your face, and you smell the freshness of the field. Then your senses open up to search the meaning of all the beauty and the loveliness of God's creation. And you are drawn to how paradise must have been. At the end of the meadow, you see a hill, and in haste you approach it. But before you climb, you see a cave that seems lit from inside. You slowly walk toward the mouth of the cave and enter in. With astonishment, you see a beautiful lady standing in one corner of the cave, and behind her are 7 lampstands. She does not seem surprised that you came. She welcomes you with a loving smile. You notice that the bright light that surrounds her is radiant, but it does not blind your eyes. Instead, the light makes you recognize that it is the Blessed Mother waiting for you in this hidden, silent place. And then she asks with enthusiasm, "What are you looking for, my dear one?" And you truthfully reply, "I am searching for the deep meaning of God's love, of paradise regained." She motions you to come closer to her. Your heart jumps with joy as you approach her. She exudes childlike purity, true femininity, and motherly love all together. Then she gazes at you intently and very kindly says, "My little child, all this takes place within the cave of your heart. Whenever the soul, the bride of Christ, encounters Jesus, the divine bridegroom, in the solitude of the heart, she uncovers the beauty of intimate love. Whenever the soul turns away from self-love and turns toward God's desires with her heart, she grows closer to the source of all love. Whenever a soul resists the temptations of the devil and chooses to listen to God's voice in the heart, she experiences the rebirth of obedient love. Whenever the soul accepts the trials humbly and embraces the cross on the altar of her heart as a gift from God, she experiences the wonders of agape love. So then you ponder a little what she has said, and you tell her sincerely, Mother Mary, show me more how to live in this paradise of loving union with the beloved. Then you are amazed when you see that her immaculate heart is exposed before you. She walks you through her life, and it is like watching a movie in her heart. She leads you to visit the Annunciation of the angel, and you recognize her listening, discerning, and believing heart. At the visitation of Elizabeth, you capture her prophetic, obedient, and servant's heart. At the birth of Jesus, you experience her poor, humble, and joyful heart. At the presentation of Jesus in the temple, you know her meek, selfless, and grateful heart. At the finding of Jesus in the temple, you understand her patient, understanding, and compassionate heart. At Nazareth, you realize her silent, receptive, and virtuous heart. At Calvary, you capture her surrendered, sorrowful, and merciful heart. At the resurrection of Jesus, you experience her trusting, hope-filled, and triumphant heart. At Pentecost, you understand her prayer, her zealous and grace-filled heart. And lastly, you know her undivided, sinless, and faithful heart, the heart which is always lovingly united to her bridegroom. This time, you speak to her with a little doubt in your voice. Mother Mary, you are full of grace, and I am not. It will take a miracle to follow the examples of your heart. Sometimes I feel that I take one step forward and then fall 2 steps backward. How can this be? Then she answers you encouragingly. My little heart, you are the child of the King. You are the bride of the Lamb. You are the temple of the Holy Spirit. You are the Holy Trinity's priceless possession. You belong to Him, and with God, all things are possible. Jesus consecrated Himself for your sake on the cross. He prayed that all may be one in the love of the Trinity. Trust that His grace is sufficient for you, and continue to pray and strive to follow His ways. When Our Lady finishes speaking, the Holy Spirit, as a pure dove, flies out of her immaculate heart and rests upon yours. A profound knowledge of His abiding love deeply awakens your soul. Then you hear Him say to you, My beautiful one, remember that the dawn begins with the streaks of light and not with an explosion of light. Savor every moment and be thankful for the little miracles of grace that come throughout the day. Notice the little changes, a little more kindness to one another, a little more patience in a difficult situation, a little more compassion to the lost, and a little more hope in times of darkness. These are signs of growth and spiritual awakening. Realize that it is not the vision that changes, but the heart that carries it out with more of my love and power. For even in a small way, love is still love and brings the soul into closer union with the beloved. You hear the words of Hosea resound in your soul. I will espouse you to me forever. I will espouse you in right and in justice, in love and in mercy. I will espouse you in fidelity, and I promise you shall know the Lord. You believe that the bride must prepare for the wedding feast of the Lamb and be clothed in the armor of his love, in the armor of light. You receive the knowledge that the bride's destiny is transforming union with the Lamb. And now you hear the Lamb cry out, "Set me as a seal on your heart. For stern as death is love, its flames are a blazing fire." You listen to the citizens of heaven pray in one voice. The Spirit and the bride say, "Come." Let him who hears answer, "Come." Let him who is thirsty come forward. Let all who desire it accept the gift of this life-giving water. And in silent wonder, with joy in your heart and love in your soul, you hear the invitation. Come, my friend. Come, my dearest friend. Come and drink deeply. Drink deeply now of love.